Hello, everyone. We are here to talk about the BI enhancements we are going to make in 15.9.2. So as part of 15.9.2, we have updated the data warehouse to reflect the several product enhancements that were done. Um, some of them includes in relation to the new risk management that's been added or moved from the project to the investment object. We've made changes to the roadmap report based on customer feedback, customers that have directly engaged with the product management through the various product management programs. Um, we took several of those inputs and we have updated our BI reports based on those direct customer feedbacks. So the specific updates that were made to the data warehouse as part of 15.9.2. We have added the new to-do data in the data warehouse. We will see several reports, several of those data points and tables available in the data warehouse. We have also added or enhanced the current reports to be able to pick the local pick list from the following objects, which would be the project, custom investment types, ideas, and tasks. As mentioned, we've updated the risk issues and changes tables to reflect the data from the parent investment instead of just the projects. In the past, the risk issues and changes were only part of the project. Now they've been moved to the investment and can be associated with the multiple investment types. So our reports have been updated to display the data accordingly. With the change of the risk attributes moved from the project to the investment type, we have also updated several of the PMO portlets to reflect that. So all the out-of-the-box PMO-based portlets have been updated to work with the new risk and risk issues and changes object association with the investment object. The project risk rating subpage has also been updated to reflect these new changes. Customers that are upgrading to 15.9.2 want to make sure that after the upgrade, they apply the PMO add-in to reflect these new changes. In regards to the Jaspersoft report itself, we have updated the Jaspersoft reports and domains to have the changes from the new risk issues and changes. The roadmap timeline report has also been updated to allow the user to now see the data based on their roadmap defined swim lane and color by. In the past, it used to be only limited to the in-plan or the type. Now we've changed that to allow the customer to be able to pick their own color by and swim lane as long as their roadmap contains that same information. We've also added new risk management reports for the investments. So if you go into the investment report section, you will see the investment risk register, investment issue register, investment change request register, and investment risk issue and change summary. With that, let's jump into the actual product demo and be able to see those changes that we made in 15.9.2 for our BI. So here you can see I am in 15.9.2 and I am within the advanced reporting section of my 15.9.2. The first thing I'm going to go review is within my project management report repository. All the existing project reports that were there for the risk issues and changes are still there, but they have been updated to now show me the data from the new fields in the investment. For that, I'm just going to run one of the existing reports, which is the project risk register. As you can see that the data for all of this is already populated. I can filter it down for a specific project. it's just pulling the data for that specific project. I can see all the risk attributes right here. Next, if I go into the investment management, you would see that we have added the new reports, which are all listed right here: the investment management change request register, the issue register, the risk register, and the risk issue and change. So the 4 reports are now added right here. If I were to go and run one of them, which in this case, I am just going to run the risk issue and change summary. When I execute, obviously the data is pulled in from all my investments. After the upgrade, the data you'll see here would be only from the project, but then as you add risk issues and changes to the different investment types and populate their data, it will appear right here in the same existing reports. Next, I'm going to go into my roadmap. For 1592, you can see here I have a roadmap for FY 2021 planning. I have displayed my data based on where the swim lane is by goals and the color by is based on a custom pick list, which is the roadmap priority. And I have 3 different metrics that I am displaying here. If I go into my roadmap timeline report, when I go in here, I can pick my roadmap, my fiscal year, my period, and under the swim lane, I have the option now to pick the different values. These are values that are coming from the roadmap themselves. So if I was to pick a different swim lane value right here, and then I run my data warehouse job, then whatever value I pick right here will appear in my roadmap timeline. So again, this value right here is driven off of the values defined in the roadmap and will appear here after you run the load data warehouse job. The same thing applies for my color by, where I can see the different values that I can do my color by in my roadmap report. So in this case, I'm just going to run this and see the data for my roadmap based on quarter reviews. When you see that, you can see my different investments where the swim lane is my goal and the color is based on my roadmap priority. So here now I'm seeing the data, which is matching to my color coming from the roadmap priority, and the roadmap priority is a custom pick list that I created, and then I define the colors for those based on my requirements. That concludes the demo for the BI enhancements that we made for 1592.